Hey guys, Hannah Hembree Bell. I am your family's lawyer in Austin, Texas. I protect your kids, your money, and your business. And I'm kind of a mess. It's the end of the day. I'm in like a hot truck. It's 108 in Texas. And kind of my rule of thumb with making a video, and I've been awful about it, but is if something comes up in my day like 3 or 4 times, it's time to make a video. And today's video is called So What? Now, I'm going to save you a ton of money, a ton of time, your emotional resources, your financial resources, your any kind of resources you got. You know why? Because I'm going to give you a tool that you can use basically to make every decision in your divorce case. And that tool is to ask yourself, so what? With whatever's happening, if you undertake this certain activity or you find out something or whatever, ask yourself, so what? This is best illustrated if you think about, like, what'll happen is somebody will be getting divorced and they think in the middle of the case, you've got some temporary orders or something, and they think that their spouse, who's about to be their ex-spouse, the X factor as I call them, is lying about whether they took the kid to cheer camp. Okay, that came up this week for me. And okay, so maybe they lied about taking the kid to cheer camp, and you want me to prove it. So say I prove it. So what? And they're like, well, but they lied and I need to prove that. Well, so what? What do you think a judge is gonna do? Judges, y'all, they hear stuff about kids' bones getting broke, their parents, being drunk and forgetting to feed them food. You think they give two about the fact of whether your spouse lied about cheer camp? They don't. Now, a little bit harder of a question, and I may be a little bit in the minority about this, but so you think your spouse is cheating. Okay. And you want to prove it. Okay. So if you prove that they're cheating, so what? Now, in Texas, there is fault in divorce. And one of those things can be cheating. Now, you can spend a lot of money. Somebody was telling me about private investigators and all this. And look, in some cases, maybe it's worth it. But for most of us who don't have gajillions of dollars, it's probably not financially worth it to do that. Because if there's fault in the divorce, you can get a disproportionate share. But in my experience, again, remember what I said above about the judges. Do they care about cheer camp? Do they care a whole heck of a lot about, your spouse cheating on you with the secretary or whatever kind of a thing? Probably not. They have other bigger things to worry about, and you're going to spend a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of making yourself crazy to prove it. So what? Maybe you'll get a little bit more percentage points at mediation, but in my experience, it really doesn't amount to much, if anything. So don't go throwing good money, good time, good energy after bad. If somebody's not wanting to be married to you anymore, just let them not be married to you anymore. And I'm sorry for the hurt, and I'm sorry for that pain. But you gotta use your head a little bit and that emotional maturity in thinking about the decisions you're gonna make in your case. Because the deal is, so say you spend all this money and you prove that that's SOB, it's been cheating. You're gonna get to mediation, and I don't know, something in your head's gonna make you think you're gonna get, you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get it all. No, you're not. No, you're not. Texas is community property state. Probably get something like half. Maybe a little bit more, a couple points. But if your estate doesn't have lots and lots of zeros, what's 1 percentage point, 2 percentage points of the entirety of your estate worth? Probably spend that amount of money on your lawyer, private investigators, and what have you to prove it. So, hey guys, if you want to save money and you want to save time in your divorce, for every little piece you think you need to prove, you think you need to track down, you need to show that you're right, ask yourself, so what? And if there's not a really good reason to keep doing whatever that is, that course of action, that strategy you're doing, then don't do it.